A large enough mass, like a giant space pizza, will collapse into a spherical shape, a globe. And that's why flat earthers must reject the idea of mass attracting mass. In a debate between flat earther Austin Whitsitt and Harrison Smith, they talked about gravity, and as usual, Austin got everything wrong.
You don't need all these made-up pseudoscience fairy tales. Gravity's been disproven. Everyone knows relativity doesn't even work. We don't have something better.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean gravity's been disproven? I mean, gravity exists.
The theory of
right?
relativity. The theory of relativity has been disproven, just like Newtonian gravity was disproven before that.
To the scientifically illiterate, like Whitsitt, they are happy to just toss out claims that things have been disproven. In reality, if relativity had been disproven, the people that had done it would be receiving the Nobel Prize. Huge numbers of people on the forefronts of science are actively testing relativity and hoping they can be the ones that make that breakthrough. But relativity has been experimentally confirmed in countless examples. Tests of gravitational redshift, light deflection, Shapiro time delay, frame dragging, gravitational waves, and other tests all agree with relativity. But this is just Whitsitt's tactic to distract. With or without relativity, mass still attracts mass. Relativity is exploring the cause of mass attracting mass, but to understand the cause is not necessary to be totally certain that mass does attract mass. Flat earthers can't even explain what time the sun will set, and they think they're able to talk about relativity? Get in your lane. Whitsitt and other flatties find fringe scientists trying to refute relativity in vain attempts to fight against gravity. But all these fringe scientists universally agree that mass attracts mass. So even if any of these fringe ideas were right, the pizza pie land Earth is still impossible.
Right. So these are refinements of theories to explain natural phenomenon, but gravity exists, right? And it's different than electrostatic attraction. It's different than magnetic attraction. It's something else, right?
No, I wouldn't say it's the effect of things falling to the Earth. Right. And it's little g, gravity. Of course it exists. We use it for engineering. We use it to determine weight. Of course it 100% exists.
Remember this. Whitsitt agrees that there is a force, and he agrees that it has a specific magnitude, or you couldn't use it in engineering.
But why? What is it? Is there a force pulling everything down to the Earth? Well, that's what the globe needs. The evidence for gravity is the way that it's been defined is that, well, the Earth can't be a globe without it. But no, actually, density causes things to go up and down, and electrostatics.
Wait.
Electrostatics.
Why does density cause things to go up and down?
Because of buoyancy. So the relative density of the object with the medium, the pressure mediation causes it to go up or down like a ping pong ball floats in water,
right.
Golf ball.
Whitsitt is all over the place here. He says density causes things to go up and down, then immediately says it's electrostatics. When pressed why things go up and down, he adds a third cause, buoyancy. But buoyancy only causes things to go up, and it's the result of the downward acceleration. What an absolute train wreck.
Because of gravity, because buoyancy is an effect of gravity, because without gravity, there'd be no reason for it to go up or down. It would.
Wait. We gotta. Okay, so the principle of density, right?
Mm-hmm.
Long predates the idea of gravity, but eventually we did throw little g in there. But like I'm saying, little g isn't a problem for flat Earth at all. It's just the downward acceleration. Little g is not the cause; it's the effect. Everyone knows the effect exists. Things go down when they have weight. Gravity, gravitas, means heavy. How heavy something is. Weight. We don't dispute that. We dispute the claimed cause of gravity.
Super. Little g is the effect. I'm with you there. That's the downward acceleration. Buoyancy is the result of little g, not the cause. But what is the cause, Austin? It can't be density. That's just the ratio of mass to volume. Density has no direction and it's not a force.
That the bending and warping of concepts called space and time somehow create illusions where everything shrinks and slows down and makes things fall to the Earth in a straight path that's curving at the same time. That's just all pseudoscience.
Did you notice the deflection there? He didn't provide the cause, just a misrepresentation of general relativity. When he says bending and warping of concepts called space and time, he is blatantly lying. When he talks about space-time, an integral part of relativity, he intentionally breaks the words into space and time and calls them just concepts, and tries to dismiss all of relativity through this mischaracterization. Space-time is not two separate concepts. It's the four dimensions of the continuum of the universe: length, width, height, and time together in one coordinate system. Then he declares that general relativity is pseudoscience. To the scientifically illiterate, I guess everything they don't like is pseudoscience. But in reality, the general demarcation between science and not science is falsifiability. General relativity is absolutely falsifiable. It makes very specific predictions, and they have been tested. And they passed. In fact, Karl Popper cites relativity as the exemplar for falsifiability. Now, Whitsitt, we are still waiting for the cause you were talking about.
I actually I want to plug the level documentary. I did a test there where we did actual science, and I used a Van de Graaff generator, which manipulates electrostatics, and I made the object change weight, fall at a different rate, go up and down just by manipulating the electric field. And that's what we have on the Earth. We have an electric field that has a 100 volt per meter increase, and when I flipped it with my Van de Graaff generator, it made the object float. So I proved that that's a cause of things falling down and why they fall down. And that every object that exists is electrostatic.
Ooh, he did actual science. You know, the way he says it makes it clear that this is the first time in his life that he's actually tried to do science. It's adorable. Well, too bad he screwed it up. Whitsitt is referring to the electrostatic field in the Earth's atmosphere. Well, there is a 100 volt per meter gradient. Does this mean there's a 200 volt charge from a person's feet to their head? Why don't people constantly get shocked? Well, don't worry, the field is extremely weak, and your body tends to equalize it. But the important part of electric flow is the current, and there isn't enough current to do any harm. There also isn't enough current to harness this electricity to do anything useful either. But what did he do with this Van de Graaff generator, and how does it hold the key to Whitsitt's claimed cause of the downward acceleration? I'm sure you can figure out the simple answer to these questions. Well, I set up a proper test of his exact claims. It's too long for this video, so I'll cover it in the next one. So hit that subscribe button. It will be worth it. I've been working on this one for a long time. I even commissioned the design and fabrication of a circuit board for this test.